that actually. Favorite and retweet it. Such a good fucking screen. Oh my god. That is beautiful. I mean, awful, but beautiful in its own special way. Ah. That seems like a good game. Oh god. All right, we got some more time here. So we've got Marginalia Windows, Moore's Maze, and The Corridor. I've had Moore's Maze on my computer for like straight up 2.5 years, and I keep not wanting to play it because it just sounds lame and boring. But I'm gonna do Marginalia. It has a readme.txt with it. I will read it to you. Marginalia. To play, unzip the contents to the same folder, and Ren, spelled R-E-N, the EXE. Controls, WASD to move, mouse to look, right-click to zoom, environment and music by some guy. Yeah, it's just credits. I thought maybe it would have more interesting information than that, but it didn't. When are you going to make a better horror game? I would love to make a horror game one of these days. It's easier said than done, though. So the game has 3... I'm sorry you guys can't see anything here, but the game will be existing very shortly. But before I launch it, it has 3 graphics quality options: low, default, and high. And it defaulted to low. Really nailing it there, devs. Really nailing it. At the bottom of the stairs was quality options. Just what we needed. Nice. All right, this doesn't sound like it's too loud. Let me see if I can game capture it up. Oh my god. So the process is named Spoopy Test. Yeah, it's just the window is named Spoopy Test. That is what we're in for. We are currently going to experience Marginalia, a game by Connor Sherlock and Kmern Kunzelman. And they have created a spoopy test to test their spoopies. Spoopytest.exe. And the beautiful fucking just like plain text buttons.
I haven't told this story in a very long time.
Oh, that's loud.
You'll have
I believe
to
that's
forgive
too
me
loud.
if I have trouble keeping it straight.
It's Slender. Okay. When is Slender Man Woods? So apparently this guy had a story. He forgot to tell it. Also, holy shit. So, in Unity, like in video games in general, the shape of the player is a capsule. Shaped something like that. It looks like a pill. And in Unity, when you create a capsule as like a physics object, it automatically will create a capsule like the physics component of it, and it will also create a visible capsule. And what you want to do when you're making a video game, step 1 basically, is when you're making your player character, is you make the capsule and then you delete the visible part of it so that you can't see the fucking capsule, and the capsule isn't, I don't know, casting shadows on the environment. These developers have taken a very interesting approach to spoopy design, and they're shining a light on how video games are made, showing you the horrific basicness of what you are playing, and leaving the capsule just there for all to see. We're a black eyeshadow. Yeah, fucking lol, that shadow. Exactly. Exactly. You're a Pac-Man ghost. Also, what's going on? Crimsoniac? It's a slightly better quality version of Slender. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to throw around any words like better quality. However, there does seem to be a day-night cycle. No, I thought that the moon was moving. Maybe it's just the tree. Yeah, the tree is swaying. That would have been a pretty quick day-night cycle, I guess, if we could see the shadow actually moving across the fucking thing. Can't be that bad. The game has voice acting. I mean, Time Fight Zone's gonna have voice acting, and that game might suck. The skybox is nice. The skybox actually is pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool looking. It's easily the best looking part of the game, that's for sure. Like, if I look straight up, this game's pretty good looking. And then I look down, and you can just kind of count the pixels and polygons and shit. Is this all mods and you watching? I'm sorry. We do have an overabundance of mods. That's just because I love you all so much. Except for you, Crazy Mac Attack. Not so much you. I'm the first person to correctly pronounce your username. Holy shit. And I earned a follow for it, apparently. Thank you very much. I'm usually pretty bad at fucking pronouncing names. Also, totally didn't expect us to be able to pass this. I thought that this was just like a really artificial barrier. But I guess we're supposed to go past here. Well, fuck you then. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just telling it like it is. Jessis? I'm not Jessis. Looks like there's a campfire or something over there. I guess we should probably check that out. Thus far, nothing in the way of any sort of objective or gameplay. Just kind of moseying through the woods with a questionably placed flashlight, casting our capsule shadow. Capsule shadow. Also, Gravix, thank you for the follow. Mike, you seem pretty good at pronouncing names. You nailed mine and... I'm not going to try that name again. I forgot how I pronounced it. And that other guy's. Well, I don't know. Glaston's is easy. So that is a light. Not a campfire. It's like a lantern. I only clicked on this because I saw it in my Twitter feed. I'm gonna kill you, Mike. You can't just go around threatening people's lives. What kind of fucking lunatic just fucking threatens to kill someone for no reason?
He used to tell me about a recurring dream he would have. A figure stood on a hilltop far away. He could see it beckoning for him. Are you sure it's you they want every time? I asked once, and he sighed. It's either me or someone standing directly behind me. Is that better or worse?
I want to speak. What's going on? Rizong? And thank you for the follow. As soon as I fucking finished saying hello. This dude wouldn't shut up. Alright, it seems the game's kind of pulling us in two directions here. There's a light over there. There's kind of a bunch of lights. I wonder if maybe we're just supposed to go to like all the lights and they're all going to give us little story tidbits or something. I'm starting to think this might not actually be a scary game. This might just be like a Dear Esther kind of deal. Wait. Shit. Was this the game that the guy that I know gave
Eric
to me?
devoted more than 10 pages to a cobbled together story that he referred to as the parable.
Also,
It was impossible for me to follow his
TKO10.
references and
Thank you for the follow.
sources. But it appeared to be an origin myth for a pan-European coven
And
of
Crazy
witches
Mac
that
Attack.
had disappeared
I hope
before
you can hear me
anyone
over
even
this
thought
fucking
about
voice
settling
acting.
Kesselbrook.
It's very loud voice acting. What was I even saying before all this fucking happened? Oh yeah. So I was tweeting about wanting to play through just like random shitty indie horror games, and somebody that I know said that they made one, like a developer friend of mine, said that they made one and they sent me an itch.io link for it. And I think this might be it. Because I remember he described it as spoopy Dear Esther or something. And I was just about to say, like, this seems just like a kind of eerie version of just like a walking simulator game. So that might be what we're in for. Now I feel a little bit bad for shitting on the game. It's made by my friend, and I was being so mean to it. Chaos wants to break Emerson like a horse? Whoa.
I was sitting at my kitchen table across from
wait,
an empty
what?
chair when the doorbell rang.
What the fuck is going on?
Surprised, I dropped my
Why is
coffee
that poor
cup
little
and it
man
shattered
being
on
broken?
the floor. I stepped over it quickly, closing the distance between myself and the door. And when I threw it open, I expected Eric to be there. Instead, there was a delivery boy with a letter. I read it to myself, moving my lips to cement it in my memory. It was a short missive. Come to me, I've found it. The return address read Kesselbrook. I bought the train ticket that afternoon.
Who made your Twitch overlay shit? I made the SNL logo in the corner. I made the webcam frame, which is basically just a box. But I also made like the GIFs that pop up, but the original, like the mic faces, the faces were drawn by Lizma, the infinitely talented Lizma. And then I sort
I
of
shattered the lock
turned
of
them into
Eric's
GIFs.
desk drawer 5 days after he left. I never really cared about what he kept in there, but his absence had driven me to find any remnant I could. I found some of his notebooks. He always scribbled constantly, filling volume after volume without telling me what he's actually working on. Once every few months I would ask him about it, and he would smile beautifully before changing the goddamn subject. Sometimes he would refer to it as history in casual conversations, never truly elaborating. It was strange at first, but it became our rhythm, some sort of untold secret. So I ignored whatever was in that desk. until that hammer drove it open.
Hey, you finally stopped talking just in time for me to get another fucking piece of dialogue. Like, I feel like I can feel this guy's saliva on my ear.
The notebooks on the train. His handwriting traced out the contours
it sounds
of the
so
page,
moist,
curving with the once wet paper in a way that made it seem like he had summoned the words.
You guys hear that too, right?
Themselves. It was organized like an encyclopedia, and each entry
it's like
told
he's
the
talking
story
right
of
after
another
taking a huge
arcane
drink
or
of water,
banal place,
and also the microphone is
object, or
inside
person.
his mouth.
Here was a record of the families who had lived on a single acre of land in the north of France. There was an oral history of a Turkish city. There were 10 pages on a pitchfork that changed hands during strange moments of history. The text refused to cohere for
like
me, and I wonder why Eric had put it all together.
It's very wet sounding. I'm glad it's not only me. I'm completely not listening. I remember he said something about a story at one
One of the
point.
journals Eric had left was devoted to
Straight up
Kesselbrook
all
itself.
I have.
The town the train delivered me to was not the first Kesselbrook, and the maps Eric had drawn in the journal showed me that the name derived from a small valley a few miles away.
Playing one of those mouth sound YouTube videos.
At the turn of the last century, the Kessler family had struck out from nearby Allenburg because of religious persecution, although Eric's notes were pretty unclear about what that really meant. The family of 8 built their cabin and barn in the spring of 1815.
Hey, cabin. There's a
A
cabin
year
there.
later, only 5 remained,
I get it.
and the next winter spared only the matriarch, Eileen Kessler.
Sounds like he drank a whole lot of
The
milk.
trader who had passed
Whole
through
milk,
during Kessler's
chocolate
barn
whole
was
milk.
down sometime during the record-setting storms of 1816.
We've triggered
But no
two
one
fucking
knows when the
dialogues at
cabin
the same
burned.
time.
A hunter named John Rambo entered the clearing in the fall of 1820 to find a rotting foundation.
How is
and
that even
scorched
possible?
ruin.
Like, how did they not
There was no
playtest
sign
this
of
game by
Eileen
walking
Kessler.
as fast as possible between all the
Picked through the
vocal
wreckage
points?
and found nothing.
I wasn't
No
even
clothing,
trying to rush
no
through it, I was just
possessions,
moseying.
and nothing of value.
What
There was
have I
only a
done?
clean burned
It was an
void in the
accident.
middle of an empty field.
I thought you
Eric
guys wanted
noted that
more mouth
Rambo's
sounds.
journal,
I was just trying to get as
housed in
many
the
mouth
Halloween
sounds at the
University
same time
Library,
as possible.
contained a short account of his journey. The hunter wrote that he felt as if someone was peering at him somewhere from the surrounding hills and had the urge to leave as
This
fast
is the
as
play
possible.
test, the spoopy test.
A marginal note from Eric explained that this is the last entry in Rambo's journal.
He's finally gonna shut up. We've got like a whole 20 seconds before we're gonna get to the next vocal point. Oh, I could talk about whatever I want. Of course, I don't really have anything to say because I'm still looking at the same trees as I was a half hour ago. But hey, it's nice. It's nice that I can if I wanted to. I could be like, hey, Calamity, I will start
No
space
one settled
jumping.
in the Kesselbrook region for
I don't
50
think this-
years
that
after the
hopping
last
makes us
Kessler
faster.
disappeared. Erwin Pallardine's A History of the Lowland Peoples, written in 1855, has a one-paragraph entry on
I'm not gonna
Kesselbrook.
overlap this shit if it kills me.
It ends with this sentence. Stories abound of howling and lights in the distance.
Is that a
during
finger
the
between
night.
the trees or a lamppost?
Not a
Probably a
single soul I
lamppost.
spoke to claimed to have traveled into the valley during the past 25 years.
Look at that fucking rubber tree over there. You guys see that? It was there. It is. I was gonna say it was more rubbery a second ago, but then it rubbered out again. So I did my best. I ran as fast as my little capsule body could carry me. We didn't make it. Is anyone
town of
paying attention to the
Kesselbrook was
story?
dead
His
when my
moist
train
voice
pulled
is
into
off
the
putting it up that you
station.
haven't actually been taking in the
The
words.
porter
That's
told me
basically
I'd best find a room
what
for
I've
the
been
night.
doing.
I explained that I wasn't really there on vacation or business, and that I needed to find my way to the real Kesselbrook.
Dude, I can't
I needed
believe
to
none
make
of us
my
are
way
paying
to the
attention to the
secluded
story.
glen where I hoped to find Eric.
You think that one of you guys would be
But in
fucking
retrospect, I knew I
listening
should
to
have
this
waited
guy?
through the night. I was compelled. There's something about the moon, maybe, or in the night air. I was so close. The porter drew a map for me on the back of a brochure in smudged
on.
pencil, and he showed me where to turn
so
from
close.
the main road onto a dirt road and where to leave the road entirely. I left the streetlights behind me and traveled into the dark.
Man, I thought I could do it. We need a long voice combined with really close lampposts.
Eric's parents died several years before he disappeared.
Not much we can do to really speed
Their home
ourselves
caught
up.
fire just as the sun was going down. He told me that the fire engines had passed him
His
as he was
voice is
walking
boring
home.
and the recording is
It
sloppy.
was only when he
Is there
rounded
bunny
the
hopping?
corner
I'm
that he
almost
saw the
certain that
plume of
not.
smoke blotting
Like, it's
out
the thing
the
that would have had to
newly
have been
risen moon.
actively implemented, and if they didn't think to hide the fucking capsule, they wouldn't have thought to fucking stop that. Weirdly, though, it does seem like they've implemented something to prevent diagonal walking from being faster, which is something you actually have to develop against. Because if you think of it like, pressing forward makes you move forward at a certain speed, and pressing left makes you move left at a certain speed. If you push them both at the same time, you'd be walking diagonally 1.5 times faster than you would be walking like forward or sideways, because you're combining both of the vectors into like an average of the two of them. I'm explaining it poorly, but I think most of you guys can probably get the picture. So what you have to do is you have to like detect when they're both being pressed and then sort of dampen it a little bit, or like sort of normalize the final product of whatever the person wants to move as. And it seems like they've totally done that. I feel like I'm not moving any faster diagonally. If anything, I'm moving faster when I move straight forward. Makes perfect sense. All right, well, green, you're smarter than the average duck. Other people may be confused.
I can't explain what drove me down the path between the trees. I felt like I was haunting that
not to
place.
call anybody out.
I knew that I needed to be there. I knew that Eric needed me.
You know how it is.
It seemed to be enough. It was in his journals. But for some reason, his mind revolved around Kesselbrook. All the answers were there. But as I read the papers, I couldn't figure out the question.
And as ugly as this game is, it's not that ugly. Like, it wants to be pretty. Like, it's not like SCP, where it wants to be ugly, and it's just got these fucking generic-ass, rusty assets. They tried to make some neat shit go on.
Eric's journal entry for the Raphaelites outlined a sect of traveling monks who began their orders sometime in the latter half of the 16th century. Founder Tranquillo Balbi claimed that he had seen a figure step from a painting,
slowly slipping out of
don
character?
clothing,
How so?
and disappear into a crowd. From that moment on, he devoted his life to trying to find these creatures and banish them from the world. Not long after founding this group, Balbi was killed by the Italian state. His last words are quoted in several heretical texts on art from the time period. Fire is the only truth. Fire shows us another.
He sounds
world.
like a young old guy. Do you think he deepened his voice in post?
A few nights before he left, he told me that he felt like
simultaneously he's like 35
so
and
they felt
16.
like he was dragging
If that's
down.
what you mean, then I'm totally getting that too.
I didn't know what he meant, and all these years later, I still don't quite understand.
The mouth sounds make you want to sharpen a pencil with your ears. It's so bad, right? Also, I don't know where to go now.
I felt what he said. He was dragging me towards some dark center of the world. I couldn't stop.
Like, what's happening is the dude is too close to the microphone. So the microphone is picking up all the sounds of, like, the saliva in his mouth moving around as he's talking. And he's doing that because when you move closer to the microphone, you get a clearer, crisper sound. So to a certain extent, you do want to be closer to the microphone, but then you want to offset that with, like, noise cancellation and, like, a noise gate, maybe some de-essing to make those sort of, like, hissy, high-end poppy sound. Like, there's lots of ways to avoid that and still get the sort of rich sound that you want from being super close to the fucking microphone. But he did not do any of those things. He just wanted every single tablespoon of saliva in his mouth to be a part of the experience. A pop filter would be a big improvement. I don't know that this.
Are you asking me if I think Kesselbrook is haunted?
I think a pop filter would probably be an improvement just because it would force him to be a little further away from the fucking
mean when you ask me that. It's just that someone has been there.
De-essing plus dick sucking comes.
That seed will grow.
You never know, man. Dick sucking improves all situations. Okay, now we're actually just wandering. I'm just kind of trying to continue in the same direction, but I see absolutely no light sources, nothing to draw me in. There's a seam in the skybox or something? Oh no, that's just a really thin tree branch that's really aliased. Yeah. A compressor would be what he needs? I don't know. Like, compressor generally, like, crunches all the sounds down to the same, like, amplitude. And if we were to do that, then the subtle sort of mouth sounds might become even louder. Like, if you sort of compressed it to make them all the same volume, then the voice would be the same level as the mouth sounds, and that'd be awful. We may be just fucking lost. This might be bad. Now there's gonna be a face of the woods, and it's gonna rush at you and crash the game, I swear to fucking God. Hey, what's going on, Tesnyan? Welcome, Mr. Nyan. Playing shitty or indie horror games again. I keep fucking beating the good indie horror game that I'm trying to play really early in the stream. And then we have to do this. You missed fucking me playing an SCP game for like an hour and a half just so that the end monster could show up for half a second and crash the game. And that is apparently the goal. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. That's the whole point. We may have fucked up. We may have gotten off the beaten path somehow. Genuinely, there may just be no end. We may have just gotten to the end of the part that they actually made. I wouldn't actually be too surprised if that was the case. The game crashing is super spooky, man. I mean, it was a little bit scary. The problem is it crashed before I could really get scared. And then there was nothing after the crash. Like, again, I loved it when I'm Scared crashed itself. And then it would like open browser windows or like create new files or something, or like relaunch itself in the background to make noises. That was creepy. The game just crashing and being like, lol, GG, not so much. You fucking love SCP-87 because of everything Mike just said. The jump scares got me a couple times. I feel like if there was more on the way to the end, I think I would have really fucking loved it. Like, the first couple times, the moving shadow really fucking got me. Like, it fucking terrified me. If there was more stuff like that with, like, increasing spookiness, could have been really cool. It's like fucking the same problem that a lot of these indie horror games have, is they half make the game. Which, this game seems like it might genuinely be, like, completely half made. Like, we may have just gotten to the end. Like, they may just, like, have all this area built out and just haven't put the lanterns in with the voice acting yet. I know that this game is trying to get greenlit, I believe. Because when the guy sent it to me, he was like, sorry for the jankiness. If we get greenlit, we'll fix it. I was like, okay. Just what I need. That is exactly what Sluts desires. I'm Scared? No, that was a horror game. Yeah, I'm Scared is like, the reason that I still to this day play shitty indie horror games is because every now and then, one of them is as good as fucking I'm Scared. How about a game that crashes and deletes important files on your PC? Losing months of work is spooky. Oh shit! That might just be like back at the beginning or something? Are we really supposed to just fucking wander into that? I guess we did, so kudos to the developers for succeeding if that's what the goal was. Look at it. Are you guys seeing this weird, like, sparkling in the distance? It looks like it's like artifacts from aliasing or something. I'm not sure if the stream is high quality enough for you guys to see it. Oh, this is totally back at the beginning, though. That's totally what this is. Does that mean we could have sequence broke? If we had gone up this hill and not followed the lanterns, we might have just been able to go straight to the last lantern. No, but the last purple stuff was inside a cave, not on top of a hill. I don't know. We'll investigate this shit. You bet that's an earlier lantern? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We will see, though. I don't remember there being a castle. Then again, I might have just
refused to speak to her, so Irene carried Timok's body to the sea. It wept. Storms ravaged the world, reaching the peak of the mountain, and eventually told Irene that his wish was to become something new. Timok's body had changed already, and so the sea took her in. Her body seeped red. The sea changed shape, and so when the sun shone on it, it reflected black. When it barraged the mountain, it took pieces away.
Quite the faith in the player to follow through. Yeah, we were sure for a lengthy period of time that I had reached the end of the actual developed content of the game. And then we just kind of stumbled across this. I'm starting to think that this is less of a linear path than I was giving it credit for. Like, it seemed to be sort of leading us down a path for a while there. And now it seems like there's just kind of random lanterns spread out. And see, none of us are paying attention to what he's saying. So I don't know if he's been telling a cohesive story or if we're just getting bits and pieces of it, like random parts of the story that we're supposed to piece together. We may have skipped like 5 story beats that none of us would know because we're not paying attention. Exactly, also that. We might have just taken the wrong way to get here. That seems interesting over there, though. Whoa. So, we did backtrack. We just missed that story beat before. Because that lantern totally just didn't trigger anything, and every light source has triggered something before. I don't recognize the Tron Legacy trees over there. You remember the narrator saying something about a castle, so maybe we're doing things. What is this? This feels like progress, like weird stuff sort of getting, like stuff getting weirder. Feels like we're getting deeper into the game. That's more or less a guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. There's just something magical about fucking just playing free indie horror games that I have no idea what they are or what to expect. Like sometimes you get I'm scared, sometimes you get SCP, and sometimes you wander around in the woods.
The town of Kesselbrook had a hell of a time getting started. Stillbirths plagued both the settlers and their work animals. The cultivated fields would spontaneously catch fire. Packs of wild dogs roamed the streets in winter. The historical records suggest that they were driven out of the hills by competing predators, but it does not speculate on what those predators could have been.
There are so more monoliths to come, El Hero.
Who
you don't even know.
Changed his mind and allowed these people to catch hold and prosper, like a weed on a cliff.
They're Minnesotan? Are you saying that this dude is from Minnesota based on his accent? The narrator lost himself for a second? Oh, man. Apparently this narrator is fucking doing some shit and I'm not even paying attention. The AI on these monoliths is amazing. I don't know if amazing is the word I would use. He talked about stillbirths before animals spontaneously lighting on fire. Also new noises. It seems like it might be a path up. I'm not sure how I feel about the flashlight only following me as I rotate around and not as I look up and down. Like, I guess I understand, like, they wanted to make it seem like you're looking around with your head. That way, like, you're turning your body and then you look up and down with your head. Oh, is there a monster right now? Is this game about to have mechanics? Or is that just, like, random scary noises? I feel like the soundtrack's just getting trippy. Maybe. You're gonna get abducted by aliens. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be surprised if this game had that much of a conclusion to it, to be honest. It's a very heavy flashlight. Yeah, we can't possibly turn it up. This noise sucks dick. Fuck that noise. It's not so bad. It's a noise. Oh man, yeah, Mike, you should just play Blood Dragon now. The Far Cry DLC? I do not have it. That is totally fucking up my alley, though. I kept meaning to play it for like the first 6 months after it came out, and then just sort of fell off my radar. Blood Dragon's spookiest game. I genuinely can't tell if they're just playing scary sounds for the sake of it, or if they're actually going to start introducing some shit. It's not what? Or like, you know, it's like, yeah, a standalone adventure. All right. I get it. I'm sorry, Ubisoft. I didn't mean to blaspheme your product. The Far Cry spin-off, which is its own entity. Yeah, I love the fuck out of it. Dude, when it came out, I was like, could this be more my kind of thing? Like, unless it took place in a fucking diner and you were awarded with real-life milkshakes for playing, it couldn't be possibly more up my alley. Maybe I should look into procuring it. I bet fucking with the Halloween sale coming up, it'll probably be real cheap. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to make like the whole Far Cry fucking epoch super cheap to get hype up for the new Fallout game. They're fucking Fallout Far Cry.
Eric's notebooks are full of marginalia. Notes on top of notes to explain how a figurehead was toppled, or to cross-reference a medallion that tore apart a family of French aristocrats. The last few entries are sketches of stones or altars. Numbers
so thank you,
pepper their
Alex
faces.
Fullerton, for the
Their
follow.
surfaces are plotting grids that stretch out beyond them, accounting for the ground and the air between them. Little points of significance in the absence between.
What's going on,
things.
Mr. Fullerton? Hopefully you're enjoying this epic interactive experience as we mosey through the woods, wondering when we're going to reach the point where the game stops being developed. With a better story.
This doesn't make any sense. I felt machinery creaking to life. I screamed for him. Everything went dead silent, but I could hear him whispering to me. I can't. I don't. It wasn't like him. The silence became a dull hum and I fell towards the stones.
What?
I think I was screaming, but I couldn't hear myself. I'm screaming and no one can hear me.
Yeah,
but Eric
it is loud,
whispering
isn't
and telling me that everything will be okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear this horrible gear ticking over me again.
My left
ear. I looked down. I couldn't see my hands, my feet.
He's like,
just a
right next to me. Yeah, I thought there was a monster. I heard crackling in my left ear.
Pushed against the edge, and I heard it speak out from the storm. I was nothing. It was everything.
Can you hear? I don't think you guys can hear me anymore. I'm looking at the levels. He's way louder than me. He's so much louder. What is this shit? I'm blinking. Wait, what? Which blink was which? The crack. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I can't risk all tapping now. It could kill everything. Everything we fought for. It's finally happening. Right here. Right now. My microphone is so compressed that it doesn't matter that I'm yelling. I could just be quiet. It would be the same volume. What the fuck is happening? Untextured shit. Get your party on. What the fuck even? All appropriate responses. I miss you guys. Remember when you could hear me? Those were the days. Man, I wonder if this would be really cool if any of us were paying attention. Imagine if this was like actually a really cool story. That'd be crazy. I'm on PCP right now. Everybody has just accepted that we all have to use tabs now. Crash. Oh! There's a man! It's still so loud! Where'd the flashlight go? It never occurred to me. Red. What is happening? I don't know, man. This is it. This is why we do it. This is what keeps us going. Sometimes everything happens. I didn't do anything, Mellow Hero. This is me. T-pose. I don't even think that's actually a thing. I think it's like cut out into a rock. I don't even think it's like a 3D character. I think we're supposed to walk in through that hole. I think that hole is for us. Also, hopefully you guys can hear me, because this is really fucking loud still. I'm walking as fast as I can. That's a legit Teletubby, and you can't tell me it's different. Okay, crashed again?
No, that's the entire story. I promise that's all. When the sun broke over the hollow, I woke up and scrambled back to the road, back into the town, and back to the train.
Why is he finishing the dialogue on the start menu?
I think I left him there and that he was glad I did. I don't think there was malice in it. He was caught up in something he didn't understand. No, they never found a body. Nothing like that.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi, you're still here. You have to play it 5 times to get the real ending. Guess who doesn't give a fuck?
Just please don't go there.
Yeah, that menu screen, right? Just like plain text buttons. I'm surprised the buttons even highlight when you hover over them. We have played quite a few games where they don't even give you that courtesy. That was something else. That was something else. I'm pretty sure that is the one that was sent to me by my developer friend. And he certainly has made a game. He is, you know, sometimes people say that he didn't make a game, but I'm pretty sure that he did. Hoo-wee, that sure was a spoopy test, eh, guys? That was close to being really cool. Yeah, it started to make me question everything at the end there. Like, was it actually cool the whole time? Does it just need a better voice actor? Maybe there needs to be more crazy music? I don't know. So we have Moore's Maze and the Corridor left. The Corridor seems scarier. But Moore's Maze has been on my computer for like 2 years. All right, you guys let me know. What do you guys think I should do? Moore's Maze or the Corridor? I don't know what either of these things are, as always. So don't ask me for any sort of tips or hints. We're going purely based on titles here. It's M-A-U-R-S. M-A-U-R apostrophe S Maze. Like Moore owns the maze. Or do we want to just go down the corridor? That game with another 6 months could have been kind of a thing. I don't know. I feel like if it was more polished, the ending would have just been less ridiculous. Like, all of a sudden, things actually happening would have been maybe less shocking. I think it's perfect just the way it is. The corridor sounds better. Corridor is pretty lame if it's the game you think it is. If it had started with the last scene and had more of a crazy disco alien things, it would have been cooler. Fair enough, fair enough. Malbec's mace, please. All right, I'm gonna look away. Can I up and down? All right, I'm just gonna push up and down a bunch of times. Up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, up, up, up. It's just switching between them randomly. I'm not looking. Where's maze? It's happening. It is another Unity game. Hold on, can I? Fuck. I want to maybe window capture. I want to show you guys this beautiful fucking art on the launcher. Can you see that shit? Look how sexy that is. I'm pretty sure that it's not fit properly to the screen or to like the window it's in because it seems like there's red text across the top that is supposed to be showing and you can't actually see it. You always get your choice. I rigged it for you, Calamity. Another Uni game, boy howdy. It's about to happen. You hit play. That's going to disappear. Headphones are highly recommended, apparently. Let's see if we can capture this with game capture. I'm crossing my fingers. We don't want to capture Spoopy Test anymore. Morse Maze. At least this one isn't called Spoopy Test. You're going to need 2 mops. All right, headphones. So highly recommended right now. Black. Survival Studios presents questionably long amounts of time between text, but a slightly startling roar. Highly recommended. Did it actually say Higley? Did it say Higley and I didn't even fucking notice? That is incredible. Okay, this is loud. I'm gonna lower this real quick. Hopefully it's not gonna crash. All right, let's put that at like 50%. Hopefully that won't be so bad. That seems all right. Is that all right, guys? You guys let me know. Also, right away, things sound great. The music is actually peaking and clipping its audio and distorting itself. How to? How to? Scroll down if not visible. Fucking what? Fucking what? 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 Learn how to make games. Why is this necessary? I don't know. You are a person trapped in a maze dungeon haunted by a monster and the souls of people he killed. Find a way out of those mazes and destroy the dungeon. Controls WASD to arrow keys for movement, M for map, only if collected. B for objectives. Right control slash left control for increasing sprint after exhausted. Left shift slash R shift for sprinting, escape for pause, E for action. Good luck out there. Press escape to go back to the menu. I thought escape was for pause. Oh, for right now. This game is going to suck. Crimsoniac. We must accept that most of these games will suck, and their suckitude is part of the fun. Outlast looks different than when you last played it. What's going on? Dark Mudbeaner. Dark Mudbeaner? I don't know. Time to get some sleep. All right, see you later, Tom Tafar. You tweeted my stream with a comedy gold comment. All right. Blastons has tweeted, I highly recommend you join at SpooderW stream where he plays terrible indie horror games. Well, you're not wrong. I kind of want to check out the credits. Let's go. Oh God, I did this before. This looks familiar. So it seems. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh, the Higley? Oh, you Higley recommend? Okay. There you go. That's good. Short for dark-minded beaner, but it was so long ago you shortened it. All right. You must leave. All right, see you later, Rogue Wolf. Man, everybody was fucking scared off by Magladonia or whatever the fuck that game was. So I thought I had played this, but now I'm pretty sure I haven't. This is a dead end. Do skeletons do things? Why did I expect anything different? Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Did we lose? Dead. Oh my god. This looks like the shop in Time Fight Zone. That was good. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game. I don't know. I guess since we cornered ourselves, we fucked up. It's weird that we have to hold a button to increase our stamina. I like that the game's trying to do something interesting. I always like it when these shitty indie horror games at least try to have interesting mechanics. I respect that. So I think that we want to not go into corners. All right, we gotta increase our stamina again. I would like a bar. Look at that flickering ass texture. Just overlapping objects. Be nice if there was a bar. Oh fuck, we're cornered. We need to get out of here before the monster shows up. All right, I feel like we're gonna. So this game just has screamers that force you to stand still. Hey, we got a map. Oh shit, it's behind us. I didn't increase my stamina. Oh god, I need to go right now. So it's just a screamer game with a monster that walks around. I can get behind that if I'm gonna be completely honest. Screamers get me. Okay, more is fucking after us. If we're oh shit, so we lose now, right? Yeah, we can't avoid more right now. Yeah. Cheap jump scares already. No subtle mindfuckery. No chance of escape. Shitty textures. Instant suckage. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna try one more time. One more time. And then we can do the corridor. This isn't so bad. The screamers only get you a couple times, though. Also, is it maybe not procedurally generated? Fucking hell. That's the best one. All right. Where are we supposed to get to? Also, is that... You guys see that flickering in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen? Like, there's... If you think about it like rooms, there's like a room in the bottom right, and then slightly to the left of that, there's a little red flickering. It's like 1 pixel. It might be too small to see on the stream. But I think that might be where more is. Oh, what a useful map. Yeah, we're supposed to escape, right? It doesn't say where escape is. Like, dead ends mean basically instant death, which means we don't want to keep going straight. It just shows us where all the skeletons are. Do we need to collect the skeletons? I can't... What is our objective? Maybe somewhere in this map, there's like a ladder out or something. Right? That would make sense. So, the map lets us not corner ourselves, which is a big mechanic in the game. Like, cornering yourself, you're just dead, because more is going to find you. Also, I can't see more on the map anymore. That's kind of scaring me. So that's the utility of the map, is it lets you not corner fuck yourself. Which is certainly not to be overlooked. I'm not sure if emming pauses the game. Okay, there's more. He's like directly down from us in that long hallway. So we want to avoid him. We'll probably keep going straight. Then when we hit the wall, we'll go left, right, left, and then kind of zigzag down. Left, right, zigzag down. Now we just need the compass. Alright, it seems like we got a really long kind of linear path off to our left here that might lead to something. Fucking hell. We can't see anymore. Oh, I hit F to turn off my flashlight. It was an accident. Also, we got turned around. Wait, I didn't... F doesn't turn off your flashlight. How did my fucking flashlight get turned off? Alright, so I think I'm just gonna not run unless we have to. Because holding control is kind of, with me already having to press M every couple seconds to check the map, kind of useless. I'm pretty sure that map is useless. I wonder, is Mike Morabek can go through walls? I don't think he can. He definitely can't when you can see him. Also, the tooltip goes away when you're at max stamina, so I guess that's almost as good as a bar. He definitely can't go through walls when you can see him. I wouldn't be surprised if he could go through walls or teleport around or something when he's off screen to sort of catch up with you. It's a pretty common developer pro tip. Jittering? We're jitter-jammering? What's jittering? Stop jittering. I've got my hand in a very interesting position on this keyboard to try and be able to hit Control and Shift to run and WASD and M at all times. Alright, I want to go down. Then we can just sort of loop around. Just go straight. It's theoretically possible that the exit, or whatever we're looking for, is in one of these... It's in one of these dead ends. Which means that since we're not going to dead ends, we may just be completely fucked and have no chance of ever escaping. But I don't think it's worth our life. Oh! We win! That was... Oh, there's a level 2 with different textures. Objectives: collect the dynamite and then escape the maze without getting caught. Hint: there's a map located in this maze. All right, so we don't have the map yet. You love how the sound just cuts off. Hey man, it's expertly designed. Don't you dare question that. So I'm pretty concerned about getting corner fucked. We have to find a door and dynamite. And not get corner fucked. I feel like we're so close to a corner right now. Okay, this loops back around on itself. That's good. This is a nice place to be. If you died, you have to start all the way over. I don't know. Next time we die, I'm done with this game, though. And we're doing corridor. That's for damn sure. Some more flickering textures. Oh, shit. We're cornered. All right, we got out of there. We'll start making our way back. Dynamites, plural? I imagine it's all going to be in one place. There's no way they're going to go from the only objective being get to the door to the objective being get multiple items scattered. It's just a screamer. It's just a screamer. All right. Oh, more is here. If we get fucking cornered now, we're straight up just dead. I'm not sure if we can outrun more. He seems like a pretty swift fella. Also, I don't know if he's gonna, like, home in on us forever or what. This is fucking awful. I feel like we've been in this fucking place before, but, like, what frame of reference do I have to confirm that? Oh, more is so close. We're so fucked. We can't do this whole thing with more right on our fucking tail. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing random directions to go in. We might have just been fucking running in circles in one, like, corner of this map this whole time, for all I know. I'm not, like, intelligently thinking about the directions I'm turning and what that means in terms of our positioning. I think we may be at least relatively far away from more. Just kidding. This game is still better than Sad Satan. Not even Mindfuckery could save that game. I don't know what Sad Satan is, but apparently it sucks. So start game probably puts us back on level 2? Yeah, but I'm not doing that shit. That was Moore's Maze. We were much closer to more than I ever thought we could have been. That wasn't so bad. The Screamers got a little bit old, but at least it tried. Like, it was certainly a game with, like, mechanics, and it tried to be relatively interesting. And now, the corridor. This is the last game I have downloaded, so fingers crossed. Oh my god. I don't think it's English. I do not think that it is. I will load it up here for you guys to be able to see. You see that? That seems pretty loud. I'm gonna lower that also. Boom, bring it down to 50%. It sure was a maze. That's a damn fact, CKD. It's a damn fact. All right. I don't know what language this is. I want to say it might just be a really shitty English font or something. But I don't know. Like, this looks like HAQAMBARPY. But unless this button makes Hakam RP happen, then I don't think. And this is just like, this just looks like B, smaller b, LXOG. But Bulksog? Like, that's probably quit, right? Yeah, I quits the game. Is this Russian? Is the game you thought it was? You dare call this game lame? Are you looking at this? These beautiful pixel art textures? Hakam RP. I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh, I feel nervous for no reason. That was fast. Can we crouch? You can crouch very fast. Sad Satan is a shitty little deep web horror game that relies on blood-curdling screams and gory image. Oh, I thought that was the game I was thinking of. I saw that somewhere a little while ago. I can't remember where it was. And like, I just saw that it was like a weird, like, indie free horror game. And I was looking into getting it. And then it was like, people were like, yo, this game is just like gore and child pornography. And I was like, well, maybe that's not quite sluts material. We don't have many standards here, so we can octaflab if we hit F. I can't move. Oh, such a long corridor in a hotel. Yeah. You should play it on stream, Mike. Not only would I not want to expose myself to that, I wouldn't want to expose you guys to that, and I wouldn't want to get my Twitch channel banned, and I wouldn't want to get arrested for fucking spreading child pornography. There are so many layers of that shouldn't happen. You think you remember seeing this game played? This is definitely like, in terms of like the shitty free indie horror games, it's just like the next tier under like I'm Scared and 7 Days and like the real classics of the genre. This is like up there with like Stairs or Stairway. I can't remember which one it is. Like one of those ones that got pretty widely played, but not like widely played and also liked. Like I'm Scared and 7 Days. 7 Days was fucking sweet. Remember 7 Days? Guys, remember when I first started doing this and we had so many genuinely good indie horror games? There was just an ocean of awesome free indie horror games for me to delve into. And now look at us. Moore's Maze and Corridor. Like peasants. The real one does not have child porn in it. Even Pewds played it. I thought that there was like an actual, like, I thought that there was 2 versions of the game. Like one version of the game is like made by a straight up psychopath and it has like child porn in it and it has like gore images in it and it's all screamers and it straight up like causes people's computers to like completely break. Like it deletes important system files or something that over time will like cause blue screens or complete hardware failures in some cases. Crazy horror stories like that. And then people who were interested and wanted to have a game like that and like took it as a challenge to sort of make a playable version, they recompiled it using the same engine. That's pretty cool. They recompiled it using the same engine, removed the child porn and some of the more extreme gore, and made it not a virus anymore. And then that's the version that like PewDiePie and everybody would play. Is like, the real version is the original, and then there's the censored version that doesn't ruin computers that people actually are interested in. That was my understanding of it. I researched it for like a half hour in an afternoon, so I'm not the most knowledgeable. That's my understanding. The YouTuber you watched play the game actually vomited while doing so. I never saw most of the images, and the screams were only mildly unsettling. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that much fucked up shit in my life, so I don't know how I'd react, but I don't think that I'd be that much of a fucking pussy about it. Like, I saw also a video of a dude playing it, and I didn't watch it long enough. It might have been the same dude. I didn't watch it long enough for him to vomit, but he definitely, like, the first image he saw, he, like, blurted out so that he wouldn't get his YouTube channel banned. And then he's just, like, starts, like, almost crying, and he's like, oh, God. like for 10 minutes, and then he fucking moves on. I genuinely believe that it was his reaction. I'm not calling him out for like overacting or anything, but straight pussy. That's what I'm saying. Straight pussy. BRB, you're gonna watch PewDiePie play Sad Satan. This is pretty cool. Like, I don't hate how this game looks. I think it's deliberately trying to look like a PS1 era game. Like the textures are low res, but seem almost like pixel artish in their design. They seem to want to look like this, and I think it's a relatively coherent aesthetic. Certainly not beautiful, but I think it's neat. I think it looks better than a lot of like the fucking shitty indie horror games that have really high res textures but no sense of coherent style and just look like fucking slapped together with no sense of like color palettes and making things look like a coherent world. It's all right, is what I'm saying. At least it's consistent. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hello? So this game really hasn't had much to it. It's been, what, one jump scare so far? Some creepy music. We haven't had to do any puzzles. We haven't had to read anything. I feel like I'm asking to get fucked up by saying that. I feel like these... Why do we keep getting these books? We can't read them. Just the fucking cock tease. You were never one of those kids that looked up gore, but you'd like to think that you wouldn't be that much of a pussy. Then again, who knows what sort of shit on the deep web would scrounge up? Yeah, like, that is basically my reaction as well. Like, I've seen some fucked up shit. I certainly wouldn't be the kind of person to be like, yo, I've seen some stuff. But if this game is pretty much only available on the deep web, then I can only imagine we're frozen. I hear somebody breathing behind me. Nobody's there. Yeah, but I can only imagine the kind of fucked up shit. Like, I imagine it would definitely be very disturbing and make me extremely uncomfortable. Oh, they were breathing behind me. But I don't think I would vomit or gag or cry or anything. I could see it being like a thing that was like burned into my head, where I'd have to like start watching TV while I go to sleep again just to have something on my mind, so I wouldn't like close my eyes and see that fucked up shit. I could see that. It's literally a corridor. It's a series of corridors, Mellow Hero. Don't you sell this game short. There's also rooms. And we can Oh, shit. Oh, there's a fucking dude crawling around. There's a straight up monster. There's monsters. Okay. Okay. And now the game is English. The subtitles are all English. The interface is not. Like the title and the subtitles, English. But for some reason, all the interactive stuff, just not. It's a head crab. Go pet it. Fucking head crabs are bad news, man. This is basic science. Are we back at the No. I was actually like, are we back at the beginning? And then I opened the door and straight up Satan was there. Is that it? Is that really it? That wasn't even a good jump scare. That wasn't even scary. The game was obviously trying to be scary, but all the jump scares were lame. The monsters were unintimidating. Mellow Hero, you were right. That was pretty fucking lame. However, I shit you not, we are at 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds, and we tend to go for 6 hours, so I think, given the fact that that is the last indie horror game on my computer, it is time for me to thank you all for watching and say that I will see you next time. However, as always, we don't really do raids here, but I will give you guys a link to something interesting that you may want to watch. Y'all can all head over to Tenchi's stream if you feel the need. You can say Spooder sent you. You can say, Tenchi, I want you to grow out a mustache. I want nothing else in the world. Please grow out a mustache, Tenchi. Spooder said he'll love you if you grow out a mustache. You can say whatever you want. But I'm just saying, he's playing Dead Space. He's a cool dude. It's kind of thematically resonant with what we've been doing. You should do it. An excellent fellow. But, I'm out of here, son. Oh, don't forget to like follow my channel and me on Twitter and YouTube. And there's so many links down below the stream that you should check out, because I worked really hard on those panels. I made them myself, and I think that they're beautiful. Well, I mean, we don't make a big deal out of the raids, Green. All right? We just mostly into somebody else's chat. Maybe one or two of us will say, you know, hey, it's from Spooder. But I'm just trying to provide you with additional entertainment. I swear to God, if Tenchi's about to end his fucking stream. He's ending his fucking stream right now, isn't he? I hate you, Tenchi. I don't care. I'm not finding a new fucking link. Go watch Tenchi end, you losers. See if I care. Yep, Tenshi's ending. God damn it. See you later, Green. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to stop the stream now, right? Man, I feel like keeping streaming. I already said I would end. No, I'm not going to rate anyone else. I guess. I'm just going to click the stop streaming button. Fuck off.